Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today with another doll unboxing. Today we have the first in a brand new line from Purpose Toys. That is the Naturalistas Fade Collection. This is a line of male dolls that are celebrating cuts, community, and culture. And I am so excited to introduce to the channel Greg. He is super cute, and you know from my channel that I love Naturalistas. Their face sculpts, their painting, their accessorizing, and their outfits are always high quality. So I'm really excited that they decided to do boy dolls, because that is not something that every doll brand really does that often. Now, he is the first in the line. He's the only one that's available right now. He did have an official release date of October 1st, and I picked him up on October 1st. This video is premiering the week after, just because of, scheduling, and I wasn't sure if I was actually going to be able to get him. But I did get him for the basic retail price, which is only like $10, which is great. I actually got him while there was a sale going on, where if you spent $100 on toys, you got $25 off. So essentially I got him for free, but that's okay. I love him. He is so cool. He does have that that Naturalistas logo up on his shirt, but it's so much smaller than it is on the girls, to where it looks more like how Kenneth Cole Reaction does their logo t-shirts. So it's much more palatable, especially in this kind of doll. But let's take a look. So here is the back of the box. As you can see, he is gorgeous. Like, I love the face sculpt. I love the flocked hair. And of course, as with all of the other Naturalistas, he has a story. So, Greg is an LA native and former Hair Academy classmate to Dana. With a degree in business, Greg is the lead barber and owner of the Fade Collective Barbershop. A celebrity and athlete's favorite, Greg is known for his legendary lineups. But it's his intelligence and sense of humor that makes Fade Collective a success. When Greg's not running his business, he uses his platform to celebrate barber culture while uplifting aspiring entrepreneurs. His motto is, "More than a shop, Fade Collective is a culture, a community, and carefully crafted cuts." His hairstyle is short and neat, with a temple fade, and his hair type is 4B. Now, we have a couple of different perspectives on his face, which both look really good. And here is his UPC and item number, in case you're trying to find him in stores. Again, I picked him up at Target. So let's get him out of his box, right? We are going to pull these little tabs out, just like this. Nothing too complicated when it comes to the Naturalistas boxes, which is great. And I did notice something about this doll that makes him a little bit different. Can you guys spot it? He's got articulated arms. Now, I wonder if this means for the next series of Naturalistas, if we're going to get elbow articulation, which is honestly one of the biggest things that I wanted from Naturalistas. We did get it on Grace. We got the elbow and the knee articulation, or no, just elbow, with Grace, who was our doll that came with wigs. But we didn't get it on any other dolls. So we're gonna take a look at him. The real question is, do we have knee articulation? So no, we don't have knee articulation. We do have hip. That's okay. We're gonna try to rub out these little crease marks from where the rubber band was, but he's got a very cool bag. Again, they are great molds. These are just bricks, though. So, look at that. We've got his facial hair, very pretty eyes, and a very thick flocking that feels more like velvet than regular flocking material. And just, he's so pretty. My only worry is going to be that we're not going to have, is that his neck is not going to be wide enough. Because his neck looks narrow compared to Ken. But he looks really cute. Again, I love this bag. It's a great little thing. I do wish they didn't make that quite so big here on the back. It's a little Purpose Toys marking. Or at least just didn't make it flat. But this is a really cute bag. And again, we've got his clothes. I want to show you guys the body. Let's see if he's more like a broad Ken or if he's more like a Made to Move. Let's see. Oh, look at those back muscles. All right. I see you. Ooh, dang. He's got like a G.I. Joe torso. Look at that. All right. So, he is jacked, which is great. But I'm a little sad they didn't give him knee articulation. It is more than we got with our Naturalistas, but, oh god, if he had knee articulation and wrist articulation, I wouldn't even feel the need to rebody him. The problem is there is not a made-to-move Ken in this color. I can tell you. In this skin tone, there is not a made-to-move Ken. So, unfortunately, he is going to have to either go into the collection on this body, or maybe one of the Fresh Squad bodies. I'm gonna pull that out and see real quick, because I do have a couple of extra Fresh Squad dolls, which are very cute, and I buy them specifically for these situations because they have the basic articulation. So there is this one, and he looks pretty close. Like, it's not perfect, but our other option is, I want to say too dark, but let me get him out. So, our other option is this guy, who's a little too dark. So we can go a little too light or a little too dark to get him that full articulation to what we need. But I don't think I need to worry about their necks quite so much. They look pretty similar. But it's like he's almost got that BTS style neck. But he is very cute. Like, I love that face. I do wish they made more made-to-move skin tones. I have my fingers crossed for the next release that we're going to get from the Looks line. That maybe we'll get one of our missing skin tones, because Mattel makes dolls in this skin tone too, and they haven't given us a made-to-move for it. Now that we've covered that, we are going to look at his shoes. So again, very cool shoes. Doesn't look like there, oh no, I guess there is a left and a right. Okay. And you can tell because they've got one of these sides painted with like a pick. And again, a little bit of detail here on the tabs, or the tongues. It is slit open in the back, so it shouldn't be too hard to put these on. But it's very cool. Now, this is an entry-level pricing doll, so I can't be too mad about the fact that he doesn't have ultra articulation. For a doll that's $10 and under, like, that's great. Here are his pants. They are really well made. They do have a little bit of elastic in the waistband, as you can see. So we're going to redress him. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum bum ba-dum. Bum ba. All right. So, very cute. We're gonna put his shoes on this time. Slide those right under our pants, or actually a little bit over, I think, and put his shirt back on. Now the shirt is pretty well constructed. I do kind of wish these edges inside were serged, but they are not. There's no exposed raw edges on the actual like parts of the doll, which is always one of my pet peeves. But he does look great. I am very excited to see what comes from this collection, because he's just so pretty. Like, I really do want to put him on a more articulated body. The fact that he doesn't really have a lot of options means that I'll probably put him on the doll that I can get more of, which is going to be some of my Fresh Squad dolls, just because he'll have that basic articulation that I need. So he's very pretty. I'm here for it. The price point you really can't beat for how much detail goes into these dolls. And I love that he doesn't look cartoonish at all. Like, he fits in with the Barbie universe. Everything is the correct proportions. And I love when we get dolls that actually have facial hair that looks like it's done well. Because a lot of times it's just painted on in like a solid like block of facial hair, compared to this one actually has, you know, details like patches and things. And it just looks so good. So I am very excited to add him to my collection. I will most likely rebody him. I'm going to have to be careful about that because he's flocked. Which means you've got to be very careful about boil washing these, because that flocking will come off. So if you're going to heat his head up to remove his head, which I would recommend because it's not super squishy, like most of the Naturalistas are not squishy, they're firm-headed. So I would recommend putting him in a little sandwich bag and then dunking him into the hot water, and then not leaving him in for super long. I'd say under a minute, because otherwise you are not going to have much luck getting him off this head or off this neck. But we do have lateral articulation, as you can see. Not as much front and back as I'd like, but it's still pretty good. And again, this is a step up from the previous Naturalista bodies that did not have any articulation other than shoulders and hips. So I am excited to see it moving towards that. I would love to see them do knee articulation next time also, but for the time being, I'm really happy with this doll, and he's so pretty. Like, and the collection, I have nothing but high hopes for the rest of this. So, if you guys have any questions on this doll, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like, and as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Bye, y'all. Be good.